What was your high school's biggest scandal? Football player got drunk at a party, came home, put a pot of water on the stove, and passed out. The house burned down, killing the player and also his handicapped sister and her handicapped friend, who were trapped on the second floor. Principal learns of other students who were at the party and suspends them for underage drinking, which also forbade them from playing in the last football game of the season against the rival school. Football parents were pissed at the principal for the decision. Also, somehow, the dead football player was labeled a hero by some. Death really does vindicate you, even when you indirectly kill two handicapped people. I went to a boarding school. One girl had smuggled her 20-year-old boyfriend into her room and got away with it for over a week. He would sneak out to shower while everyone was in class and she would take food to her room saying she had so much work to do. The jig was up when administration discovered cigarette butts outside her window.
What is the dumbest thing you got punished for in school? Watching 3 kids play tag on the playground. It's against the rules. Teacher thought I was with them. I had to spend recess sitting on a log. I was eating a sandwich at my locker after school and got a detention. Working ahead in my textbook. I would get in trouble for reading ahead in my book. We took turns reading, and the kids in my class read way too slow for me to keep interest, so I'd be a chapter ahead of them. When I was 12 I became ill and had to take time off school. I was off for 3 months straight before going back on a part-time timetable. The slightest bit of exercise would leave me exhausted. I lost weight from not being able to eat, and I looked terrible. So why did I get into trouble? For not taking part in cross-country running. I wasn't alone that day. The girl with a broken leg also got into trouble. I got detention for cheating in a test because my score was too high. I didn't cheat, I just studied. I got a lunchtime detention for writing too big on the whiteboard.
What is the best loophole on an exam that you've ever witnessed? My favorite was this legendary philosophy exam question. My dad said he went to university with this guy, but I have wondered whether it was an urban legend. Final philosophy paper at the final year of the bachelor's program. Everyone sweating caffeine after having read volumes of detailed books to prepare. Lecturer saunters in. A hush falls, interrupted only by the nervous clicking of pens and swish of answer sheets being handed out. The examiner hands out the question paper. A single A4 sheet with a single line printed on it. If this is a question, answer it. Dumbfounded silence, nervous sideways glances and the thudding of heads on desks. And then, you may begin. A flurry of writing of pages upon pages proving why indeed the question was or was not a question according to this theorem or that philosopher. Except for one student. He folds his arms, taps his pen on his lips thoughtfully, looks up, and writes meticulously a single line. If this is an answer, mark it. Hands his paper in and walks out. Receives the highest grade in the class. Wins at life. What's the dumbest rule your school ever enforced? Can't be standing around in groups more than 4. Gang mentality. They outlawed bracelets because there was an article in a magazine somewhere saying they advertised what sexual acts you were open for based on their color. Then someone tried to outlaw wristwatches for the same reason. Locked the only boys' bathroom because someone wrote on the wall in Sharpie. It wasn't even anything rude or inappropriate either. It was just the word hi or something like that. Didn't unlock the door until one boy wet himself and parents threatened to sue. Not really a rule, but the toilet paper holders are outside of the stalls on a wall. So you have to calculate before taking a shit how much you need and hope that it was enough. Banned all backpacks, bags on campus. Students were expected to somehow carry everything they needed in hand. This was especially challenging if you had a non-ideal locker placement. No farting in class. They would say if you need to fart then go to the toilet, but then 9 times out of 10 if you asked to go to the toilet they'd say no. What is the coolest excuse for being late to class? Good morning. Can I come in? You are an hour and 20 minutes late, I am sorry. So, what's your excuse? Your watch stopped? Got hit by a bus? I overslept. Everyone laughed and the teacher was taken by surprise. I am sorry, but that is unacceptable. Please, let me in. I really want to learn today's topic. Okay. What's today's topic? Oops, I don't know. But, I don't want to miss it. You can spend the rest of the class at the door if you want. I thanked her enthusiastically and pulled out my laptop from my backpack. She probably thought I would get angry instead and slam the door behind me. It turns out I knew the topic quite well, from my self-study, and asked interesting questions to show my engagement. After 5 minutes, there were just me and the teacher who seemed to care about the class. So, she said, please, sit down. I smiled at her and sat down. What did the weird kid in your school do that you'll never forget? This girl decided she wanted to be pregnant. She proceeded to ask probably half the people in our high school if they would impregnate her, and then when that didn't work she brought a Ziploc bag and asked for guys to climax in it. Everyone called her sperm bank after that, and I honestly can't remember her real name. 7th grade, guy didn't have a pen/pencil for the test and the teacher wouldn't give him one. You need to be prepared, blah. Yeah, the dude took out a paper clip, straightened it out, stabbed himself, and started doing the test using his blood as ink. He was quickly sent to the nurse's office. Ended up in a mental institution because his parents bought him a new mattress, and while removing the old one they found multiple mason jars full of blood, no exaggeration, 2 gallons total. There was a police investigation and turned out it was all his blood. His only answer as to why was just in case. Robbed a gas station dressed as a ninja, armed with a katana. Stole cash from the register, all the cigarettes he could carry, and a bunch of lottery tickets. He then fled across state lines with a 17-year-old girl. He was 19. Not a great result for him. Ate a sheep eye we were supposed to dissect in science class. Man oh man.
What caused you to unsubscribe from your former favorite YouTuber? Change of style of content. If that makes sense. He retired. I grew up. It was PewDiePie. She had great makeup channel, then got pregnant and it became her entire personality. Started adding those dumb shocked faces and thumbnail. Gray still plays. He became boring and pretends to be funny. He was gold when he played My Summer Car. Was a homesteading channel, started rambling about politics. Got crazy racist and homophobic in a few videos. Bro, I'm here to see your dope ass snakes, I don't want to hear your opinions on anything else. It was Viperkeeper. Stopped uploading videos.
I heard that you're happy without me, and I hope it's true. It kills me a little, that's okay, 'cause I die for you. You know I'd still